What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and the Super Showdown story event is set to go live August 2nd at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the dot. So in today's video, we'll be showing you the little teaser trailer they actually went ahead and made. It's like 10 seconds long, talking more about it and everything else you need to know. Now, firstly, what is the actual descriptions of this little event they've got going on? It has two different descriptions. We have the one right here that says class is over, put those hero skills to the test, and then the in-game newsfeed one says saving the world isn't a solo mission. Team up against evil at Demon's Domain in Battle Royale on August 2nd. Doors open at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Super Showdown story event starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So this apparently is a big enough event that they have to go ahead and start teasing and hyping it up beforehand with an actual trailer, which I think is pretty interesting. Anyways, with that said, here's the trailer on screen right now. It's a short 10-second long teaser trailer, actually more like, yeah, actually it is 10 seconds. But there are quite a bit of things to actually discuss here. Firstly, at the very end, you can see that it marks Demon's Domain, which is where it actually takes place. If we go ahead and revert the clip here, though, we get to see a Kraken or a Leviathan or whatever it actually is. People are calling it a Kraken because they just want to live up to the old rumors that we had way back in Chapter 1 of a Kraken event. So hey, the Kraken event is finally here. It's real and you'll be able to experience it, I guess. Now, in terms of anything else we can really talk about regarding this event, there's a lot of stuff that we don't really know right now. You know, there's a lot of stuff that could happen. There's a lot of stuff that might not even exist or might not happen, but it is interesting to see how right after the whole entire Rock event in Fortnite OG, they're already hyping up the next event going down, which is right afterwards, being for, you know, Fortnite Battle Royale, the core game, and it's going to be what leads us up to the next season, which is currently rumored and leaked to be a bug invasion themed season. On top of that, if we quickly want to go through other parts of this little teaser trailer to see if we can find anything else, we have this part at the very beginning where you see like a giant little like spire beam type thing going on above the actual building over at Demon's Domain. We get this little like close up of a lantern, but in the background you can notice a lot of like sparks and everything else going on. Right here looks really interesting though, because it's not really like normal Fortnite physics like we've seen them. It's the actual building having itself blown to bits. Like this is Battlefield or something. I think this is going to be a cool part to actually see, depending on how they implement it, but this definitely is probably using that new physics engine and everything else that they recently put in, I think, UEFN, if that is released. I think it's something where it's like, you can use it right now, but you can't publish maps or whatever, so this could be a nice way for them to showcase that UEFN feature, but it's interesting to see how everything just kind of gets blown off in a more realistic way compared to how Fortnite physics typically work. Then, of course, over here, we have that Kraken thing we already mentioned. If we go back a little bit, we could probably actually, yeah, okay, it's kind of hard to see it up close. We can definitely see that it is a long tentacle with like an eye on it. Maybe this is like a monsterified version of Pandora's box, who really knows? But other than that, you know, the clip kind of just goes past that, and then we have the whole showdown ending thing. Now here we don't really see anything special in this actual image, you know, it's just like, hey, the Super Showdown story event in Battle Royale August 2nd, and that's pretty much it, right? And then in terms of what everyone else has tried like breaking down about this actual trailer, is that the Kraken is finally real, right? You know, there isn't really anything else people have really been saying about it, but there's definitely some areas where you're able to actually go ahead and, you know, experience this event. You know, you'll be able to experience a Kraken type monster. Now, like I said, this happens on August 2nd, so if you log in that time, you know, there's going to be a lot of little in-game teasers and stuff to kind of like hype it up or whatever, and you know, they might go ahead and disable some of the game modes or something, or they might keep it up. We're not currently for sure about that right now, but it is still something that's going to be happening very soon. However, another thing people have been mentioning is the fact that this event is going to be happening like a week-ish, like, you know, not maybe not like a full week, but like half a week before the new season is set to begin. So is it going to be something where it's going to be similar like the Doom event, where, you know, it activates at that time, you know, we're going to be able to see this Kraken monster appear, and then for the ending half of the season, you know, that final week or whatever else, we're just going to be fighting this monster and chipping away at its health, similar to what we were doing with like the Dr. Doom on the island and everything else, and then that leads us into the next season, because we know they like doing a lot of like mini events that stay live on the island now, where it's something that even if you didn't participate in the event time, you can still interact interact with it in some places by going over to the location and, you know, hitting the demon or the Kraken or whatever it might be. So that is something that they could do. It could be another like Pandora's Box, Doctor Doom situation where it's just, you know, an NPC over on the island that you can actually interact with and do all this stuff with, right? But of course, that remains to be seen. It's interesting to see all these teasers kind of start going out though, especially if it is something like what I said, where it's like a long-lasting event that goes over more than just that one event time, because it means that they're kind of hyping up something that is going to be here for a little bit more time than, you know, just one short little, you know, half-hour snippet or something like that. Until next time, however, I hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.